Right now, an element you have 0 chain for should be valued higher than a realm chain. Yeah, we're all guilty, Max. Nobody's exempt from mispronouncing stuff that is not in their native language. Even mispronouncing stuff. Well, people should be blamed for mispronouncing stuff that is in their native language. Okay, so next up, phase 2. There we go. We've got some Rydia power. Let's go open this up. Rydia Arcane. I love multi-element arcanes. Ooh. That's what I get for drinking sparkling water. Okay. Water, Earth, Holy. All good. I've found, after using Alphino for so long, that the more elements that a summoner can hit with all their stuff, the better. She's obviously primarily a water and earth summoner, but the Holy's not bad either. And it's very likely that Rydia gains the ability to use Holy Soul Breaks other than her Arcane later. So having the Holy available is nice. And it's Water Light Armor, so that's nice. Rydia's USB 3 is also on the banner. Earth Whip. So this is an Earth-themed banner, heavily, right? Very, very heavily Earth-themed. Rydia's USB 3 is just, looks like a kind of a generic Brave mode. But that's fine. There's a lot of people that can't survive the King Behemoth fight without breaking its Earth Rage. So her ability to do that with her Brave command is nice. But otherwise, just gaining Quick Cast as a benefit is not all that great. But it's still probably nice in the Torment. Yeah. I think it'd be really nice in the Torment. Because let's say you've got Edward's USB, which is on this banner, by the way. So you get the first 3 turns of Magical Quick Cast. And then that'll, you know, set you up pretty good to Quick Cast out her USB 3. And then the Quick Cast fades. Then she gains Quick Cast from this. And that's a self-giving Quick Casts or other like cast speed modifiers are a really good thing in Torments, where it's harder to get that. Where outside in like Magicites and stuff, it's easier because of the better choices that you have. Then again, Rosa gets a USB 2 in the next festival that kind of treads on that. She gets an Alara USB clone, granting high Quick Cast 2 to the entire party. So that would make this less useful. But still, it's not bad. Good for Behemoth King if you're unable to survive his Earth Rage. But if he is one of those bosses that he takes more damage when he's in his Earth Rage, so you may not want to break the damage cap. Personally, that's what my fight is like. Since I don't use a chain, I need the damage boost that his Rage mode provides. So I like him being in his Rage mode, so I do not want to break it. So this would be a kind of a bad thing for that. Yeah, that's why I didn't respond, Adia. Next up, Red 13's USB 2, 10 single target, magical Earth, Earth Radiant Shield, and instant cast 1 of the party. This is really good. Anyone has seen my Final Fantasy VII clear, I use Barrett's USB to very, very strong effects there. anything that gives or that deals damage or has basically just decent effects and grants instant cast 1 to the party, whether that be Red 13's USB 2, whether that be Barrett's USB, Vayne's Super Soul Break. They're all really powerful. Noctis's Super Soul Break. Because, again, in Torments, it can be difficult to get... more difficult to grant cast speed modifiers to your team. So being able to have someone to just increase the potency of everything that the team does like this is awesome. I mean, we learned a long time ago how powerful Instant Cast 1 to the party was with... I mean, what was the first instance? Realms USB? It's been good for a long time. It's not going to stop being good. So... this is a great way to give Earth Radiant Shield to the Earth Chain user. You know how they love doing that? This is very similar to Cypher's USB 2, which is attacks instant cast 1 to the party. Tifa's Arcane is on the banner. It's... yeah, it's good. I have no qualms with that. And her LMR2 is also on the banner. Was that also on the festival banner? Yeah, it was. The Japanese banner. Earth Fist, pretty good. Red 13's Chain, we all know what that does. 50% Earth Chain for Magical Party. And since he's a since he's a 5-star support, it makes him good for both teams, physical and magical. Rydia's Glint, instant magical high quick cast and summoning rank boost. Oh, so this is like Renoa's and Bartz's, where they get quick cast and a rank boost. This is great in Rydia's hands because summoning is, you know, it doesn't have as many hits as Black Magic, but it has more elements than Black Magic. Summoning hits all 8 elements, while Black Magic is limited to 6. Rydia's Glint is awesome. It makes her an Omni Mage, basically. No, well, as long as I've written this correctly, Magical High Quick Cast. Yeah, that is a 15-second × 3 cast speed. And as long as you've R5 the ability, it's a 30% damage boost to all summons. That's an awesome glint. That may be Rydia's best soul break. Though I do like her USB 2. I also like Omni Mages. And I like summoners. Tifa's Glint is very similar, actually. This is high quick cast, so it's × 3 cast speed. This is summoning rank boost, while Tifa's Glint is monk rank boost. The only difference between these two is that hers gives × 2 cast speed instead of × 3. The reason why she sacrifices that is because you can recast it again for a higher cast speed. Not that good. The first time you cast it, you're gaining rank boost and cast speed. The second time you cast it, you're not gaining the rank boost anymore, because that's already applied. You're just gaining more cast speed. And stacking cast speed isn't all that useful, so these two are kind of a trap for wasting your turn and soul break points. If this is all you have for her, I guess I can see a case if you can get this off early enough in the fight. Which makes sense, it's only a 15-second effect, and it's a glint. So if all you have on Tifa is her glint, and let's say her LMR2, you're going to be casting this at, 8 seconds, maybe earlier. So you are going to want to recast it over the course of the fight anyway, because it's going to run out. It's only 15 seconds in a 30-second fight. So, sure, I'll take the benefit of casting it again. But say you just want to add this to whatever else you're doing over the course of the fight. No. You don't want to recast it just for that buff. But anyway, it's still good. Just for this effect right here. Which I guess goes to show how damn good this and Bart's and Renoa's glints are. Because just the high quick cast is crazy. Oh, another benefit to this is just plain old cast speed times 2. So this will allow her to fast cast out stuff like RWs and Magicites as well. So it's not limited to just monk abilities. So there's our glints on the banner. Oops. Oh, I missed Bart's Arcane. Of course, Bart's Arcane is 4 elements, 3 overflow attacks. Fire, wind, water, and earth. Obviously a really awesome arcane, and a plus wind dagger as well. Just to add a cherry on top. An awesome pickup. Oh, geez, I was talking about Bart's Glint. They added that to the banner. Bart's Glint is obviously really awesome, just like Rydia's. Just here. They reuse the same sprite from Creel's Fire Whip. The same portrait for Creel's Fire Whip for Rydia's Glint. Okay, cool. So Bart's Glint is awesome. Just like Rydia's is awesome, so that's a cool addition to the banner. The only burst on the banner is actually a good burst. Tifa's Burst will break 2. It's an Imperil Burst on a character with an N Earth LMR, which happens to also be on the banner. And those two added together are really actually pretty awesome. Oh, something I forgot to note with Tifa's Glint. Tifa has an LM2 that gives her the chance to grant Quick Cast 3 to herself every time she uses an Earth ability, I believe. So it kind of reduces the effectiveness of the Quick Cast on her Glint. So I'm personally not all that big of a fan of her Glint, but there are times when it could be really good. And one of those would be if you really do just have her LMR, or I suppose if you just have her Arcane, well, it's tough to work in a non-element character without a chain. Oh, if you had a chain, yeah, okay. Yeah, if you had a chain for Quetzalcoatl, then her Glint and her Arcane would be fine. In between Bart's element, BSB, USB, 1 ASB, I can't find how to use Bart's Glint. Well, Bart's Glint is not really supposed to be used like that. I wouldn't. You're already doing enough damage. The USB 1 grants Quick Cast. The BSB grants an element. Bart's, in even non-chain situations, is probably going to be capping or close to cap at that point. You're gaining barely anything from using his Glint. His Glint is for other situations, like for dealing lightning damage, for dealing ice damage, for using outside of, not if say you don't have any of his USBs. It's to make him an Omni Spellblader. That's the first time and last time I will ever use that term. Right. It turns him into a Spellblader instead of a, the Quadra-Elemental person that you're used to. Because it's not tied to his normal elements. His other options are typically so powerful that they're better than his Glint, and his Glint doesn't do enough to make it worth casting on his primaries. Okay. Moving on to LMRs, we have Rydia, Tifa, and Red 13, which I think are the same that Japan got. Rydia, Tifa, Red 13. Yep. Rydia gets Start Battle with N Earth, Start Battle with N Water. The entire banner is Earth. I don't really know why our N Water LMR is here. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for it to be here, but say, you know, you don't have it, then it's fine to have. And on a character like Rydia, who has a glint like this, it makes her a good Start Battle with N Earth or N Water character, because she can be a very powerful summoner with her Legend Dive, which is a chance to dual cast summons, glint, and Start Battle with N Element. She will cap on her abilities. And she has a chance to dual cast on those abilities. That already makes her a potent character. Especially in Water when she has Lunar Leviathan available. Unfortunately, Earth is still limited to Titan. Hopefully they remedy that soon, but still, it's going to be a while before they get there. So Rydia is definitely primarily a Water character. Her USB 2 is her best USB, and Water has the better summon ability. But she can still be fine in Earth. Okay, oh, Red 13, 25% chance to dual cast black magic abilities. Obviously a good thing to have. I mean, probably not going to be using them that much outside of Earth. So the whole black magic thing doesn't really come into play that much, but still it's fine. If you can dual cast Meltdowns or, you know, Chain Stongas, fine, cool. That's exactly what you want on a chain user, so they can build their own chain better for the rest of the team to benefit from. Tifa LMR2, already talked about how good that is. It's about as good as starting off with an element as Rydia is, because of Tifa's glint and Tifa's BSB2. Like, I know it sounds crazy. It's only 5-star relics, but Tifa with BSB2 and Tifa LMR2 is actually an extremely powerful Earth character. So, there's our banner. Well, I don't really have to talk that much about, you know, pull prospects. This is Earth all the way. How about tournament purposes? I think it's more of a elemental rather than torment. Like, besides the arcanes, which are obviously going to be good in torment regardless, and there's 3 arcanes, so that's good. Rydia's BSB is definitely geared towards Magicite. Red 13 is an elemental Radiant Shield, which is obviously geared towards Magicite, though it is instant cast 1 to the entire party, and I already know personally how good that is in the Final Fantasy VII tournament, so okay. And Red 13's chain definitely geared towards a torment. Not good, or not geared towards the torment, towards Magicite, not good in the torment. Maybe later when we get expanded RW capability in the torment, because Tifa and Red 13 could probably be pretty potent together. But for now, not so much. I really like the glints. Like, all 3 of them are the quick cast plus rank boost glints, which I like. I don't just like the end stacking glints. I do like these types as well, a lot. It's a good banner. If you're... It's probably more for a new character, or a new player, to kind of bust onto the scene into the 5-star Magicites, because lightning is first, and you need earth damage to defeat them. So if you're having trouble with that, like getting past that first barrier so you can move around the circle, that would kind of strikes to me as a good reason to pull on this banner instead of just waiting for the awakenings, because Bartz's awakening is is a Spellblade Awakening. It's not even... It makes him an insane 6 elemental character, so that is a great place to try and get Earth stuff, even though the next festival isn't really all that geared towards Earth. Bart's Awakening in particular is. And I imagine his Glint will probably be there as well. I know it was for Japan, but no guarantees for us. But alright, have a good night, Strider. Anyone else? Anyone agree with the prospect that this makes a good entry 5-star Magicite entry level banner?
Of calm, nothing left to be found. A mirror right in front of me.
Check out this video at the end for my talk on Awakening Screwbar.
Reflecting that's a truth. It's only words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a